All right, here we are, guys. Another Friday night. Super excited to be with you guys. Glad you guys are here. Man, I got a great adventure for us tonight. I got plans. There's places we're gonna go. They're gonna blow your mind. Let me just go ahead and grab my dice and a drink. All right, let me get my stuff. Hey, wait, where are you guys going? Hey, no, you can't go over there. No, don't go over there. I don't have anything planned for that. No. Come back. Oh, crap. Now I gotta get the random tables. I gotta roll things. Oh my gosh. Hey, get away from there. Don't go in those bushes. You can't go in there. There's nothing in there. Get away from there. It's a rainforest and it's acid rain. Get out of there. Where you guys going now? No, you can't go over there. Just get out of that cave. There's nothing in that cave. There's a big rock inside and you're blocked. You can't go in there. Oh my gosh, what am I gonna do with you guys? I try to set up this adventure, and you guys are all over the place, and now I gotta figure out what to do next, and I didn't wear any deodorant, and I'm sweating. Oh my gosh. Oh, what am I gonna do? Then welcome to the wild world of Sandbox Adventures. And in this video, I want to talk about the challenges of running a sandbox, but I also want to be able to offer you some solutions and offer 3 settings that will help you facilitate a sandbox like a pro. Because at the end of the day, don't we want to be able to run games a little less stressful and a little bit more fun? Because I think DMing should be fun for the DM as much as it should be for the players. I also want to let you know that I am doing a giveaway in this video, and the book I'm going to be giving away is the Game Master's Book of More Random Encounters. There's the first one. But these encounters are plug and play. These encounters are fully fleshed out that no matter where your players go, you're going to be ready for them. There are NPCs, there are random tables, there's everything you need in this book to tackle anything your players throw at you. And I have to say that this book was not purchased by me. In fact, some nice folks over at Topics Media Lab sent me a bunch of books, and so I'm going to give them away. And I have to say that if you would like to win this book, you must be in the continental United States. Sorry, rest of the world, you know the challenges. We've gone through this before, and I want to be able to give this to you, but all I need you to do then is how to win is, look, give this video a thumbs up, be sure you're a subscriber to the video, and be sure to leave a comment about something I have said in this video that strikes you or you have a question, and I'll be happy to answer them. And if you do those 3 things, then you will be in a drawing, and I will draw a name, and I will announce the winner in the next video. So let's go ahead and jump into it. To me, there are 2 kinds of sandboxes. The unprepared ones, where your players venture into places that you have not prepared for, and the prepared sandboxes where you have a few adventure ideas, locations in your pocket to feed your players. But before you set off with your pail and shovel into the sandbox, let me be clear about the challenges you're going to face. Sandbox adventures are all about player agency. They get to go where they want, choose what they want to do, who they help, who they hinder. And this freedom is fantastic, but it presents unique challenges. The first challenge is the lack of structure. You're going to let your players just kind of run around and do what they want, right? No pre-written plot. But how do you ensure there's always something fun and engaging for them to do? This is where a prepared sandbox comes in handy. The second challenge is prep work overload. While prep for traditional campaigns focus on specific locations, a sandbox demands a fleshed out world with plenty of hooks and consequences. And the third challenge is the off-the-rails party. Your players decide to skip the main villain and decide they want to become bakers. Improvising entire adventures on the fly can be daunting, but not if you have the right tools. And I have set personal gaming boundaries. Yes, boundaries in Sandbox. Yes, setting personal boundaries mitigate the stress levels you experience as a DM when working with sandboxes. So with those challenges being said, let me move on to some solutions to help you not only survive, but thrive in the sandbox. The first thing you want to do as a DM, whether you're a new DM or an old DM, doesn't matter, is you want to create a living world. Build a vibrant world with factions, rumors, ongoing events. Let the players stumble upon them organically. If you want to build a world from scratch, That's awesome, but that will take some work. And if you want to create your own world, let me give you 3 tools to do that with. Number 1, the Game Master's Book of Astonishing Random Tables. And it is a true world building book. I mean, it takes you from point of creation to deities to the whole shebang. And if you want to watch that video, I have a video all about that. I'll put it right up here somewhere and you can check that out. And the other 2 books I recommend are Random Tables, Dungeons and Lairs by Dr. Tim Wood, and Random Tables, Cities and Towns. And I have done both of these in a video where I did world building for myself, so you can check that out. Videos all over the place here and down in the doobly-doo down there. But if you want built-out settings, listen, your players don't need to know your little toys that you have in your sandbox. They're out there adventuring. Your job is to make sure there's enough for them to do, for them to adventure with. And so what's behind the DM screen and inside this mind of yours is all you need to know about. They don't need to know what's going on with that. So why not make your job easier? Let me give you 3 settings that could be a lot of fun if your players were to enter into them. All right, so the first one is this by Ryan David. It is the Village of Greenhaven, and this is a system-neutral environment here. This is a great little village. It's about 100 people, and let me just show you a little bit of it. So here we have a system-agnostic pop-in principles, the Village of Greenhaven, and there are lots of great artwork in here. And like I said, this is a village of about 100 people. So if you're looking for something small for them to encounter, this is perfect for that. You see there, it has the population, has prominent townsfolk, it has landmarks, it has shops, and nearby places of note. So there's lots to discover in Greenhaven, and you can rename the town. Let's say your players are saying, look, we want to be in the Forgotten Realms. Great. Drop Greenhaven in the Forgotten Realms somewhere. Drop it in Greyhawk. Drop it as a new and establishing town that's getting underway, where only 100 people have moved in so far, but they're looking to expand. But you could literally drop this in any scenario you want. But as you can see here, lots to do, lots of different things to encounter. Let's see here. I'll just show you one of these random tables here that you can use. You have the Whispering Falls. You go to the back here where there are these tables. Here we go. So you have random NPC motivations, random NPC moods, random gear and equipment, random citizen name table, random forest events, and you can either roll on them or simply write them out, right? Every DM that's running a sandbox should have a list of town names, NPCs, and if you want to choose an event, well, you can choose an event or you can choose to roll an event. That depends on your adventurous spirit, because whatever you roll, that's what's going to happen, and you got to be prepared for that to happen. So if you want to play it a little safer, go ahead and pick an event that happens, and then you can proceed from there and build that out before it ever happens. So like I said, use this for whatever setting you want, any system you want, and have a good time with it. All right, so let's move on to the second setting I recommend, and this is called Over the Next Hill, and it is put out by N Publishing. And they give you several villages in here. You have the Village of Druid. You have the Town of Riverreeve. You have the Village of Dreams, and each one of these is fleshed out for you. There's lots of things you can do. They set up everything for you. They give you the settlement, the dreaming, the significant areas. They show you the map. And this is specifically for 5e, but once again, you can change it up if you want to. You have your rumors and your plot hooks right here. And once again, you can use these little tiny bits and pieces. You can borrow from this, take from that. You don't have to complicate it. In fact, the more you complicate it, the more moving parts you have, that's when things start to get jammed up. So be sure to slimline and streamline your sandbox so that everything can function as best as it can. Now let me show you the third setting that would be great for a sandbox adventure. And this is Under Illefarn by Steve Perrin. As you can see, you get your little map in there, and this is for OSR, OSE, AD&D, first edition, and you are really going into Daggerford. And this area is completely built out. You, once again, change the names if you want. If you don't want to call it Daggerford, if you want to take Daggerford and put it in 5e, or you want to use it in OSR, go ahead, it'll work there. It is an adventure. It is an adventure for, let's see, it's an adventure for 0 to 3. So it's for low-level adventuring. Once again, you can always scale it up if you want to, but it gives you all the tools you need. Look, the people of the Forgotten Realms, tells you what's all happening there. Then it gives you tips like Can you get it in Daggerford? And let you know what your players can expect to find there. And then if you scroll down a little bit more, it has stats on Daggerford like population and the history and political structure. And if I scroll back up to the top here, it kind of shows you what the adventures are here as well. So there is the Lizard raid, there's the Caravan Duty, and there's the Rescue Mission. So right there, those can be your hooks. Those can be the rumors. You just draw those out and say, okay, here you go. Here are the rumors that are happening, and see which ones your players are drawn to. And listen, if you are looking for these, I've put all the links down in the doobly-doo there. You can pick them up on DriveThruRPG. And listen, if you're still here, I would love if you would become a subscriber to this channel. If you like videos like this, if you like DM tips, if you like deep dives into the issues that DMs go through, I think this content is made for you. So hit the subscribe button and get more content like this in your inbox on a regular basis. Okay, let me give you a few more solutions that'll help you not only survive, but thrive in your sandbox. So as part of a sandbox, you plant rumors, clues, interesting NPCs in various locations. These can lead to larger quests or smaller side adventures. These adventure hooks, rumors can come from anywhere. You can have a bulletin board outside of the tavern with some of the rumors from some of the settings that I just talked about. You can have an incident happen right in front of your players, like being robbed by an NPC that's connected to one of these adventures or side quests. You can have an NPC approach them with an offer. And if you have nerves of steel and truly want a random experience, well, go ahead and roll on a random table. If you're working with a map, then why not draw some symbols? And I've been messing around with these for a little while. I like to draw these out myself, but why not go ahead and drop an obelisk on the map, right? Why not have some crossed swords that represent a conflict that is happening somewhere in the land? How about a spooky cemetery where there are rumors of ghosts and buried treasure? Or what about just an ominous looking cave? And see which of those triggers your player's attention. Now, if you're going to choose from these symbols, let me recommend this. Choose only 3. 3 locations rumors are enough for players to choose from and are easy enough to prep for. If you have endless choices, you have endless preparation, and that is only going to lead to burnout. And we don't want burnout. We want to have a fun sandbox adventure. So the phrase that pays for me is the KISS. Keep it simple, silly. I know it's supposed to say stupid, but you guys aren't stupid. You may be a little silly, but you're not stupid. So keep it simple. The more moving parts, like I said, you have, the more likely you're going to get jammed up and things are really going to go sideways, where now the sweat starts pouring off your brow as to what you're going to do next. Earlier, you heard me talk about setting DM boundaries. You are the DM. You don't have to put up with everything. I know that there are players who love to run their DMs ragged, but there are some things that you can control. Yes, it's an open world. Yes, your players are going to get to do what they want to do, but you're the DM. You get to set boundaries for yourself and for the gameplay experience. Things like, how long will you play? If this is your first time playing in a sandbox, tell your players this session will be 2 hours long. This is an experiment. And this will give you an idea how your PCs will respond to a sandbox if it's their first time. And limiting the time will also force your players to make a choice quickly, or they'll just be burning up time. The second thing you can do, as I said a moment ago, is limiting the amount of rumors you supply. Tell your players, if they do not like any of the choices you offer them, then you should wait and have the session later until you've had a conversation with them about what kind of game do they want to play. Yes, you can allow your players' backstories and motivations guide the narrative, but you should ask them, what do you want to do? Where do you want to go? Do you want to be in a dungeon? Do you want a different type of climate? Do you like mountains, forests? Do you want to do a sea adventure? Do you want political intrigue? Do you want to hunt for a relic or artifact? Do you want cold, hard cash to build out your hideout or your bastion? Have a conversation with your players and get a consensus, and then move forward with your prepping and planning. Another thing that you can control as the Dungeon Master is consequences matter. Just because you're in a sandbox doesn't mean there are no rules. Make sure that your players' choices, if they want to be murder hobos, things are going to happen. Bad things. Did they anger a powerful guild? Well, they're going to face repercussions. Did they break the city's laws? Well, the guard is going to be after them. Did they steal from the wrong people? Well, maybe the Thieves Guild might have something to say about that. Sandboxes mean anything can happen, and it can either favor the PCs or work against them. Make sure that your players know that. Let me offer one last tip for your sandbox is embrace the unexpected. You can't account for everything. Every choice a player makes or every dice roll, you have to embrace and laugh at the crazy stuff that will happen in your game, or you will be driven to madness. If you like linear adventures where the DM guides players down a list of set encounters, stay away from sandboxes. They will only upset you. If you want a true sandbox experience, you have to learn to let go of your expectations of what you think PC should do or not do, and just let things happen and be ready to respond to them using the tools that I've already talked about. The rest of it is just being prepared. At the end of the day, you just have to be honest with yourself. Why do you want to run a sandbox adventure? Because it's the latest hotness, or you saw another DM do it on video? Maybe you just want to challenge yourself and beef up your improv skills. Neither reason is wrong, but you have to be honest with yourself. Is a sandbox adventure your style of gameplay? I'd say try it once, and if it's not your style, ignore the outside voices and stick with what you know and love. If you try it and kind of like it, well then give it another go and make improvements along the way. Also, talk to your players. Did they enjoy the sandbox experience? Get feedback from them on what went right and what you could do better. There is no failure, there is only lessons learned. Sandbox adventures can be a blast for both players and for DMs. With a little planning and flexibility, you can create a world of endless possibilities and unforgettable stories. And you can do it with as little stress as possible, putting some of these tips in place and using some of the tools that I've shared with you today. So don't be afraid of doing a sandbox. Go try it. Just be prepared for it. And don't beat yourself up if you don't do everything right. I don't do everything right. I don't even do things right in linear games, let alone sandbox games. So toss away that mindset of perfection and go out there and just have a ball and watch these stories unfold. But I like your thoughts. What do you think is the most important tip for running a sandbox adventure? Leave me a comment down below. And don't forget, I am giving away the Game Master's book of more random encounters to make your sandboxes even more successful. So don't forget to subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, leave that comment. And if you're looking for more videos and DM advice, hey, right over here, I got a bunch for you. But that is it for today, everybody. Thank you so much for your time and your attention. Appreciate you hanging out, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.